Hey Pam, so this is my mock interview with my friend Bailey. I will be applying for a position for the marketing management at a clinic. So here we go.
Hi Alexis, thank you for coming in today. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was good. Didn't do a whole lot. So you're applying for the marketing manager position here at the clinic, is that correct?
Yes.
Great. So the way this works is we're going to go through the position details and then go through some questions. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, so first, as you know, we're hiring for a marketing manager here at the clinic, and what we are looking for is someone who can help us bring in patients to our clinic. We have goals that are set by the government, and we are required to meet those expectations. This year, we are competing with the bigger hospitals and are wanting to emphasize the unique services that we offer. For example, our new massage therapist. This is a new service and has been a complete success. So in short, we're looking to update and change some of our outdated forms and really set up our marketing strategies. Is that something that you're still interested in?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Well, great. Let's get started. Tell me about a time when you went above and beyond to make a customer happy.
Yeah, so as you would see in my experiences, I have been working as a pharmacy technician and a CNA. And with medication, sometimes when we have patients who have 15 plus medications, to keep them on a schedule is kind of hard sometimes. So what I do as a technician when we have downtime and when patients come in, when they ask for refills and are kind of complaining of having to come in all the time, I take the initiative to go through their med list and then put them all on a schedule. And then once they come in, I go ahead and I tell them that, this is a 3-month supply, 1 month supply. This is how often you're gonna have to come in. And then sometimes with the co-pays and all the medicines coming together, it can be kind of expensive. So I'm willing to work with payment plans on them, teaching them about the charge accounts and all of that. So I want my the patients to walk away feeling that they were cared for and reassured that we took the extra steps for them.
Great. Tell me about a time that you were unable to please a customer despite your best interest.
So insurance can be kind of tricky, and a lot of times people don't want to deal with their own insurance company, and drug insurance can be really difficult too. So what we would like to see, or what we try to do when patients come in with prescriptions that they don't have generics or there's no way around it to get an alternative, we try to do a discount cash price through our clinic, and sometimes that's still too expensive for them. So again, we talk about the charge accounts, and sometimes that's still not, you give them an inch and they want to take a mile on that. So sometimes we even try to, like I said, change the medication altogether, but then really just talk back to medical and just ask, is there something else for the symptoms that they're having that they can take? Sometimes they are very upset when they come up to the counter. We kind of de-escalate the situation, and then we get them to a point where they leave unhappy because of the price, but they're happy because they didn't have to pay what they originally would have had paid.
Excellent. Thank you for that answer. Next question. What would you do if you found out another coworker had threatened someone else?
In that situation, I guess I would take the initiative to talk to the person that was threatened and ask if they're okay, if they feel safe, and make sure they get to a safe environment. Second, then obviously I would report the scenario to my supervisor or just the chain of command on who it should be. It would just be up to the way that the report is set up.
Great answer. Have you ever had to encounter this before?
I personally have not. Is it something that's common here at the clinic? Just say
no. No.
Okay, cool.
I totally agree. Next question. If you saw another coworker perform an unsafe task at work, what would you do?
In these situations, because of my behavioral health experience, I approach it as that I don't want them to think I'm being a dominant person, like a coworker towards them, or trying to do shame on you kind of thing. So like I said, with my experience with behavioral health, I approach the situation with a very mild tone and kind of like to throw a little bit of humor into it. And I like to show them that, it's I don't want them to be embarrassed if they were showed wrong and this is the way that they have been shown, because you know we all go through that where we're trained by one person but it's a different through the other. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they don't know that they're doing this wrong. So I want them to feel as though that I'm being a peer with them and I'm not trying to take control of the situation. And then I also find comfort in knowing that I now showed them the proper way. So that's how I would approach that.
Excellent. So you mentioned you had some experience with behavioral health?
Yeah, I used to work with patients. They're kind of all over the charts. I used to deal with patients that had, well, they all have mental illnesses, but they kind of go from ranging from like PTSD, like psych, schizophrenia, like RAD. It just kind of all over the board. But yeah, I used to care for a lot of behavioral health issues. And with that came a lot of rewarding work, but also a lot of trained patients and learning how to approach situations that you don't want to escalate farther than what they have.
Wow, I can only imagine how intensive that could be.
Yeah, it gets intense sometimes.
It sounds like it. So our next step is income. We did not post this on the site, but we are hiring for Monday through Friday full-time, which is 40 hours. Is that still something that you're looking for?
Yes, absolutely. It'll be a huge jump from what I'm doing right now.
Excellent. So can I ask what is your interested rate right now?
I would be interested in $18 an hour, but I'm open to anything and willing to talk about wages.
Okay, well, I think that is something that we can work out. We don't have a set pay since this is new, so we're going to investigate that a little bit more and we can get back to you when we made a final decision if that works.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Great. Well, I have one more question for you. Why do you think that you are the person for this job?
So, like going through a couple of questions today, you've seen that I've had a lot of experiences in different jobs, not necessarily showing you some of the stuff as you said in the next step of the interview would be showing you like my portfolio and that, but just knowing the groundwork I think is really important, knowing the background of the company, knowing how medical works, how pharmacy works, that's all part of like what keeps the clinic going. And then with behavioral, that just comes into play for all of my customer service that I can give you. I know how to tones, facial expressions, all of that. So I feel like I bring that experience for you, and the fact that you can feel confident in knowing that I'd be able to handle an escalated patient. But then I think going more into the fact that in my portfolio or through school, I have new and now trending ideas that I can bring in. As you said, you want to update and get rid of the old stuff. I also have an interest in photography that I have started my own little business on that I would be happy to show you. But I have done some business portraits or business stuff like that where I could show you that as well. But a lot of it comes from creativity, and I think you can see that in my work. So I would be very confident in knowing that I'd be able to fulfill your needs as somebody for a marketing management position.
That's great, Alexis. So I am done with my questions now, but do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, so I was wondering if there would ever be a chance for a promotion in the business, or would I stay as a marketing manager throughout the whole thing?
I wouldn't see why there wouldn't be. There is an incentive for every year you are at the company, and if federal gives us a grant, there are bonuses available. But as you probably know, this is a new position, so we are just seeing how many marketers we will need.
Okay, perfect. And then are there any benefits offered here?
Yep, that will be our talk in the next stage of our interview. That is where we'll offer you the position and move on to job training and getting the ball rolling.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for giving me this opportunity. I was so happy to come in today. And again, I was really happy to see this job title open up. And I think it's a really great start for the company to update their information.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in, and we look forward to getting in contact with you.
Do you have my current contact information, or do you need a copy?
Is this your current information?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Then I think we're all set.
Okay, perfect. Thank you again.
Thank you for coming in.
Bye, Pam.